In a town known as Troy, I go to fly and see the sights. Above the water tower, near the old church spire, the pigeons protect their property that they call home. Rusty bells ring out from the chapel steeple. Whitewashed walls stand tall amongst the people. I sent my drone skyward to see the world anew, but pigeons swarm and dive. What's a fella to do? I can't fly with pigeons buzzing my drone, circling the water tower, calling it home. Can't see the world below or touch the endless sky. These hometown birds just won't let me fly. Atop that iron tank, names carved in the steel, stories of young love, promises too real. The pigeons know these secrets, guarding with their flight. Every time I lift my drone, they put up a fight. I can't fly with pigeons buzzing my drone, circling the water tower, calling it home. Can't see the world below or touch the endless sky. These hometown birds just won't let me fly. I can't fly with pigeons buzzing my drone, circling the water tower, calling it home. Can't see the world below or touch the endless sky. These hometown birds just won't let me fly.
Evening. Why is this thing doing what it's doing? Well, I don't know. Well, just open it up this way. All right, let's see how long this virtual background lasts for me tonight. I'm not in a bad mood. I'm just in a mood right now. Just been a fun day. I had to. It's that time of month to change out the air filters, or I change them out every 5 to 6 months. But today was the day for me to change them out. We're leaving out Thursday morning, heading to Bowling Green, Kentucky, and we're going to spend a couple of days up there. It's me and Angie and stepson and his wife. Then from there, we're leaving out and heading to Gatlinburg, and we're going to stay Saturday night and Sunday night and come back Monday. Kind of like a small mini vacation. To me, it's going to seem like a lot of driving more than anything. That's more than anything. It's going to be a lot of driving. So I don't know. It's just fun days. Yeah, I own a lot of drones. Thanks, Ray. Yeah, mainly all of them's the old Phantom series. It looks like I don't see a mini drone anywhere on that wall. And plus, how did I get them hanging like that? It must have been Gorilla Glue I used to hang them up there. And what is this? Let's see, what is this thing right here? I have not a clue. But anyway, hey, let's see who we got out today. Steve Janess, he was the first one in tonight. Steve, good to see you, sir. Mr. Kelly, Jeremy, how you doing, sirs? Everything going your way? All right, let's see. Marcel, off axis. All right, all right. Warren, sir, hope you're doing well. I noticed John and Josh's show that you were not feeling too good, and I understand and hope you get feeling better. Really do. TJ, what's up, Mr. Giggles? Let me throw out the link out there. Anybody want to join in? I'll throw it on out there. Yesterday I went flying with the Dirty South band hose. We we were going to the Sherman Concrete place downtown Birmingham, and of course I wasn't looking at my Instagram. We were going to meet around noonish and everything, and I pulled in at the concrete plant, and they had got everything all locked up now and everything. It's a concrete plant they shut down, I want to say about 4 years ago. Back when the city was thriving, that concrete plant was thriving too. But now that they're pretty much built everything, or what they're built and everything, I guess they shut it down. But now the new owner of the place is going to make some houses out of it. But we ended up going to Watermark place, which was it's not really that old. Back when Alabama Adventures built the theme park, they also built outlet center, and I guess the outlet center is not doing too good. So hold on one second. Somebody sent me a message, but I don't see it. Oh, never mind. It's my buddy Michael Gardner. I think he said he just crashed his Mavic 4, and I hate that, because especially this time of year. But I was going to show some. Let me get some videos up going of as soon as I figure out what I'm doing. All right, let's get this over here. I'm going to go ahead and share the video of yesterday's flight. Oh, Ronnie, God bless America. How you doing, sir? John Flynn, checking in. How you doing, sir? I hope everything's going well. Found any SD cards lately? Me and my wife was talking the other night, and I said, damn, John found some really nice SD cards on the ground. And she goes, what? Anyway, I thought it was, I was like, yeah, we kid around a lot about it. Here is Watermark Place, and it's still got a couple of stores in it, maybe one wholesale store, but the main anchor store that shut down, now there's a church in there. So we waited until the churchgoers were done, and we ended up flying around. We had a storm come through, cooled things down a little bit, but it's feeling pretty good out there, that's for sure. Let me see if I can share this and full screen it. I don't know if y'all can hear the sound or not. we had a great time out there. It was the Dirty South band host, Dave Shattuck, and Scott, and Josh. Another Josh was out there, and we ended up we had a great time yesterday. Here's the little part where rain. I was flying around the water too. Thanks, Scott. Go Leo, driving and listening. How you doing, sir? Hope everything's going good. Didn't know when y'all were heading up to Tennessee. Yeah, Dave. I was wondering why Dave was watching me. He'll turn in a minute and start watching me, and I figured it out. I said he's watching me for some strange reason. Why are they watching me? And all of a sudden I turned, and as soon as I turned, hello. I was about to hit it. They were waiting for me to hit it. But I did a move yesterday that I was like, wow, that was cool. And it's not this move right here, but it's the move after all this. We had a great time yesterday. Right here, here's the move. A little bit of a pucker factor. And afterwards, I ended up stopping right here and going, woo! But yeah, we had such a great time yesterday. Yeah, we did. We had such a great time yesterday. Um, we just it was fun. It was really fun. That's for sure. Um, can't wait to get going on the road and everything. Been these next 3 days at work is like playing catch up. See, there it goes. There it goes. There went the virtual background. Gone. I've been trying my best and studying up and trying to find out why does my virtual background go. It's not my laptop. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I need some carbon. Yes, I do, Scott. And as soon as I get a second, I will start looking into things. I'm going to start studying up on it and everything and start getting to flying. Been trying to fly on the simulator, and I can't put in much stick time, and it's between the phone ringing and some other things too. It just keeps on going. But speaking of Scott, what you doing?
I got tired of watching. I was gonna let you sweat there for a little while.
Oh, I
was
believe
hoping
me,
somebody else would come in. Darn it!
I'm just sitting here, just chilled and relaxed. This is the first time I actually sat down today. I've been on the ladder.
You use a Restream again, so your virtual background doesn't have anything to do with Restream?
It probably does, because it doesn't do it on StreamYard.
So I don't know. And unfortunately, here I quit my show, and dang it, I can't seem to get off the lives. So don't ever quit. If you quit, you get in trouble. You have to do it
Yeah,
5 times more than you're supposed to.
yeah, but you don't have to touch any buttons anymore.
Oh, let me tell you, it's so nice to have no pressure. Oh yeah, I'll be there. 5 minute warning. Yeah, I'll be there. um,
Yeah,
but
I know what you
anyway,
mean.
going into the drone rogue show or the rogue drone, I got to get that correct. Anyway,
Gotta
he
stay
was sending a
correct.
link. He's using Restream too, and he was sending a link, and it wasn't going through. He finally sent it to my phone. It came through on my phone, but it would not go through Facebook or any other messenger.
You know,
Are you having that problem?
not really. I mean, I can send out the link and it works. Now, the first show they had, Josh sent me the link and it went
Yeah,
into my Restream.
yeah,
It
it
wouldn't
did
go
that
into
to me
there.
too. They made a mistake. I think. I don't think they started the show under the show that he had created, and then he created a new one. So now you know your link's no good after that until they resend it. So,
Yeah.
but I don't
Well,
know. It's definitely a learning curve.
it is. It
Yeah.
is. And I'm tell you the truth, I'm thinking about going back to StreamYard or find something else. Only because I'm tired of the virtual background going away. I'm tired of that. The backwards chat has got me confused. Why is it doing that?
Yeah, and you
I
can't
mean,
reverse it.
yeah, no, nobody out there can say anything about. I mean, every time I look it up,
Yeah.
it's
Well, maybe that's their thing. They just decided to make it different. So it's not StreamYard. They decided to reverse the chat. So
true,
they got it written in the program that way, I guess. I don't know.
true. It happens that way. Oh, Barkley's in the house. Barkley, what's up, sir? Hope everything's going well. Is this black and white broadcast to Coshatt? Yeah, in a way. Does it look black and white?
Yeah, well, it's lacking a little bit of color. It looks, I mean, the color's there, but it's just not vivid. It's not bright and nice like me, you know.
But I am wearing I am wearing my special shirt.
Yeah.
There's some color there.
Yeah. No, you got color. There's no doubt about it.
Well,
I don't know
it
what it
is.
is.
StreamYard's expensive, but very user friendly. That's true. I mean, I was on StreamYard and it was $19 a month. Up to 10 people can be
I
on the
never,
stream.
yeah, I never paid for it. You got at least 6,
You got
you
at
know,
least 6
on a
on
free
the.
service.
Well, and
Of course,
I could actually.
I had troubles every now and then when more than 6 people would want to be on, and I would have loved to have 10, you know, but you know I could get away with 6. Just got to be more conscious about it at 6. But it
And
was
I'm
free.
thinking that's probably what I may end up doing because $45 a month.
That's
That's insane. I
I hate
mean,
saying all those guys out there, they ain't worth $45 a month.
you said that. I didn't say that.
Hey, I don't have a show anymore.
I
I've
mean,
got the freedom to say things like this now.
I mean, if I was making money off of it, it might be a different story. You know, it could be
Yeah.
a different story.
Oh, no doubt. If you're making money off of it, I wouldn't hesitate to pay the money.
True,
Paid
Marcel.
version.
That is true. The paid version. Hey, I'll tell you what am I doing? Why am I reading that? Why don't I just? Here we go.
So
Okay.
if you don't like the reverse chats, what I was always doing, and even now, I will go get the YouTube chats and pop them out, and then read those. But do you have 2 screens or 1?
I got 3 screens.
Okay, so you pop out the chats, you put the chats on a different screen, and if you can, you put it close where when you're reading it.
What do you mean by pop out? I mean, I
You pop
know.
out chats. You go hit the 3 3 dots, the hamburger,
3
and then
dots.
you hit pop out chats.
Pop out chat.
and then you can
Gotcha.
put that window wherever you want it.
All right, share screen.
So Marcel, I quit because work was just getting too tough for me. I was getting a lot of demand from the people that I work for. They were still hitting me up right at 5 o'clock, and I'm supposed to start the show at 6 o'clock, and it wasn't giving me enough time to do it. And since I was kind of getting a little stressed about it, you know, I wanted to do this for fun, not. I just didn't want to be stressed. So that's why. There you go. And here with this too, why I like the YouTube chats is you can see who's blue and who's not. Like some drone guy, guess what? You got some homework to do, buddy. And you can do it here. You know, you can make him a moderator easy right here with a, there you go. So that's why I always did that. I always, but man, when you're starting to get the show started and you're trying to get this window up and that window up, it's not easy to do.
No, it's not. And you remember those a couple of times. If you have way too much waiting in the background, next thing you know, you lock up. Now that was the biggest thing with StreamYard. Remember, I used to lock up all the time.
Yeah, but you know what my workaround for that was is I started copying the links and I'd put in like a note text, you know, simple text. And then when I wanted that link, I would just copy and paste it in. That way I wouldn't have it running.
True.
That's how I overcame that. Of course, that means you got to do some setup work before. And that's why I quit my show because, man, next thing I know, I'm having to set up this and set up that. And as hard as I tried, I didn't want any mistakes. And that's probably why I had so many mistakes.
You overtried.
Well, it's not that too. I'm not smart enough to keep it simple. You know, it's like I always, hey, okay, I figured this out. Now let me try to do this. And I would try to expand on what I was doing. And, you know, that's definitely not the best to do.
You have a good weekend?
Actually, I did. Boy, I'll tell you, I've been getting some sun. I'm not that dark right now, but we had all those trees cut. So, you know, we've been cleaning that up. It's been hot though, too. So, I mean, I got so many projects. I got a project to do every day, all the time. I just wish the weekends were longer, really. So, we got a little creek that's dry right now. I need to build a bridge across it. So that's one of the things that's coming up.
I was about to say that's right now is a good time for it, but it's like you said, it's hot.
Well, again, where we're at, we do get wet, and it doesn't perk the best. At least in some of the areas that we keep on. And, you know, I've showed my road, and my road was just beat up so bad from having all that heavy traffic coming in. And right now I need to be grading all that out, filling those potholes and getting it right while it's dry, because every time it rains, all those potholes hold water. And, but man, it's, everything's a job. So, I mean, you know, that's what you do all the time, right? You always got projects. So, hey, look at there. There's Mikey. Mikey's got something going on this weekend. Mike's having his meetup this weekend. So,
yeah, it is time. It's time.
And Mike may have a frame available, I think, this weekend too. I don't know. I haven't gone to his webpage lately. I need to check that out. But I know their goal was to try to have the frame ready for their meetup. So is that right, Mike? Why don't you enlighten us, buddy?
Are you going to Minefield?
You know, I really was going to try still, but my wife just told me something this week that I don't think I'm going to be able to go at all now. What happens is my daughter and her husband occasionally has to leave town, and we got a grandbaby. So,
that doesn't sound. Wait a minute, Scott. That doesn't sound. Occasionally have to leave town. It sounds like when they show up, we have to leave town.
Well, anyway, it's worse than that, man. You talking about a messed up family. So she goes down to their place and takes care of the grandbaby at their home. Well, when you do have animals, you can't leave your place. Somebody's got to take care of the animals. So I get volunteered to take care of the animals. They went to England and left me to take care of the animals. I was like, now wait a minute, this is a raw deal here. I don't like this deal. They left me to take care of our homestead, and they left her, my daughter's wife, to take care of the grandbaby and the homestead. So we got left behind, and my wife and my daughter went to England and had a great time. And sorry, dogs. But I am glad they did it too, because it's like a mother-daughter thing, and man, I was surprised they did. Hey, Ronnie, you like that? You like that? Wait, you like that over my shoulder?
No, you had it right. You had it right the first time.
I don't have it right now. Wow,
nope.
Because on my screen it is right.
Nope, you need to flip your camera.
Huh. Yes.
Kind of like mine's flipped right now, because this is my right. This is my right side, and this is my left side.
Well, I'll try to see a mirror camera.
But on the screen,
I get that complaining.
There you go. There you go. But hey, go back, because now your wording's flipped on the mash.
Well, then how am I supposed to do that? I mirrored the camera. So what happened?
Do it the other way.
Well, that's the way it was just a minute ago.
No, do it back the original way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, I made you a moderator.
Me? I wasn't even a moderator. So which way am I supposed to point? Isn't that right?
No.
Golly. I'm pointing right at the flag.
Oh, the flag. I thought you were pointing at the mash.
No.
Oh,
Ronnie gave me that flag.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Ronnie gave me that flag. So
that is a nice flag.
Yeah, that's the Second Amendment flag.
That I was just about to say.
Yeah.
But you took the words right out.
And I got the other one right beside it. Yeah, I'm pointing at the flag.
Yeah, so pointing at the flag.
There's Bob Casey's flag. So I got to pack those things up, and I'm pretty sure I got a place on the wall. So that's the other thing. I'm still working on the office up there. Now the clock is right. So the clock is correct or not correct? I swear we went through this last time. I thought
it is correct. It is correct. At least it looks correct on my end.
Okay.
2 a.m. every day. Yeah, that means you need to put a battery in it. I was gonna grab this. Let me grab this real quick. And
I hate it because I won't get to see you. I won't get to see Rick. Rick are more likely to be there. Invert your screen, Scott. See, I swear I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
No, I think
this is the way it was. I flipped it about 40 times.
It looks perfect. It looks perfect.
All right. Well, John's telling me invert the screen.
Klinger looks like, he's got a mole. Doesn't he have a mole somewhere? I thought he had a mole on one side.
I don't think so. Yeah, he does have a mole. He's got a mole on his right cheek.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's right then.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it to you this way. Sherman T. Potter is on the right side.
I'm still listening. Hold on one second. I was trying to find to upload these two drives. I mean, 2 pictures real quick so I can show them.
Hey, is Barkley going to a minefield? I mean, he'd be another one I would be disappointed I wouldn't get to see.
True. I mean, he's He's close by. Him and Jenna both.
I got it. I see why John wanted me to invert. He wants me. I wonder if you can do that.
He wants you to invert a different
Yeah,
direction.
yeah. He wants up
you
and
to-
down inverted.
He wants you to invert horizontally.
Yeah, vertically.
Mm-mm. And vertical's this way, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
No,
Yeah, you're
horizontal, horizon. You know, horizontal.
Yeah, I don't know if Joe's going. Is Joe going? I know he's trying to sell his house, so he may not be going either.
Well, he sold his house.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
Well,
he
good
sold
for
his
him,
house.
man.
Or it's
So
under contract. I think it's under contract. I don't.
Well, he's homeless then.
You know, hey, you ready for this? You ready for this? This is from my wife today. Let me find it. She turns around and she goes, "Hey, there, you know, mother-in-law's house.
Yeah,
We've got it under contract to
sell it?
sell. Closing's on the 21st.
Good deal.
Well, she sends me a text. She goes, "Hey, there's an old mortgage showing up on title from 2007
No.
to Compass Bank. Do you happen to have any paperwork showing this was paid off?" And I went, "No."
Whoa. Wow.
So she came back and she said that she said there was one back in 2012 for 50. Well, anyway, for 2012, and that one has released on the recorded, but there's not one for the 2007 one.
Okay, Joe, if he's got closing 8/8, I guess he's already gone through the home inspections and stuff. Did you have to go through the home inspections?
Went with flying colors.
Wow. I'm going to tell you, those home inspections now have gotten to be a nightmare now. These guys, it's like they just go in there and dream up something.
This guy,
don't get me wrong, there's good ones and there's bad ones, because I've had good ones. But man, some of these guys, they can ruin your sale.
well, our agent, I said, how did it go? I mean, I know we passed and everything. And she said he walked in and went, "Wow." And he checked every outlet, checked every switch, went up in the attic, everything.
Yeah. No, they do a thorough job. I have no problem with what they do. I mean, I've had two guys that come up and says, "Oh, they got an illegal brace in the attic." Well, it's an old house. It's a 1950s house, and it's rafters. And somebody had nailed a board, a hand grab, so you could go up the steps. And he was calling that the brace. I'm like, "You idiot." You know, and I got some girl trying to buy this thing and thinking she's buying a piece of crap. And I'm like, you know, if my boss wasn't an engineer, he wrote a letter real quick and solved it and said, "Hey, man, he picked like 2 or 3 different. He had me putting a hood over an air conditioner that was it was already had its own
What?
Yeah, and I paid and did that so I could save the sale. But I was like, this is stupid. What are you talking about?
You talking about over the fan?
Yeah, dang, I'm losing the term. A packaged unit. So you got a packaged unit. You know how the whole thing just sits out there? It's all enclosed and self-protected in itself, you know?
Yeah.
And this guy was, so it should have a shelf over, a lean-to or something. I had to go get special trim made up just to kind of put over the top of it. It was dumb.
I've never heard of such a thing.
Yeah, because the guy didn't know what he was doing. I only did it to save the sale. You know what? I was like, holy crap. You know, I can't believe this, because, I mean, he had like 10 things and none of them were legit. I'm an engineer. I knew what had to do to, they found some wood rot, and I'm going to tell you, my wood rot guy was excellent. Matter of fact, I argued with him. I said, "You didn't find no wood rot there." He says, "Look, if you want to meet me there, I'll take you and show it to you." And we went underneath that house, and I was like, holy cow, you are super good. I want your name. I want your name next time, I have to sell my own house or get one. I want you doing it. And I fixed it, and that was fine. So, but yeah,
Oh man.
I
Well,
also get called in because I have to respond to the reports. It's like they'll recommend, hey, I don't know if this is good or bad, but you got to get a structural engineer to come in here and review it. And so occasionally I come in and I see a lot of good reports, but I see a lot of bad ones too. Man, he is a big guy, didn't he?
yeah, he is.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
he
don't
is.
realize how big Dave is until you get by him.
He's a
Dave's
great
obviously
guy,
going to
man.
be there, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I asked him yesterday. I said, "You're going to be at Minefield, aren't you?" And he says, "Oh, you bet." And he says, "I'm one of the sponsors."
It
So,
was good to see him and Ken Herring on last Thursday.
oh my word, me and him talked about that yesterday too. Because did you see Ken cringe a few times when he started talking about using drones for bombing and stuff? Ken was like,
Uh, yeah, I don't know. When Dave was talking about it.
"Yeah."
Yeah. I watched a
Ken,
good portion of the show, but I can't go 2 hours with that thing. It's just, 9 o'clock, I've got to be in bed, and I think I went to about 9 o'clock, and so I got to go. So I might have left like 8:50 or something like that.
well, it was good to see Ken back on for
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
an emergency meeting or whatever TNL was.
yeah,
It was good to see him. I know he's been on the road a good bit, and he's gotten some pretty good videos going right now.
yeah. I usually watch his videos. Of course, I have been busy. I've, I've been a lot more productive since I hadn't had my show, so that's a good thing.
This was us yesterday.
Where did you say you ended up? Because you said you tried to go about 3 different places.
Well, I went to the concrete place, and I wasn't looking at my Instagram, and I pulled up, and normally a place that you just walk through the fence and stuff, they
Yeah.
had it all barbed wired where you used to walk through, and then they had locks on everything, brand new chains and locks. And
They were
I
sending y'all a
called
message.
Dave. Huh?
They were sending you a message, weren't they? With the
Well,
locks and the chains.
oh yeah, yeah. I said, yeah, and nobody was there, not a soul. And here it is, like 12:15.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think we gone somewhere else. And I brought up my Instagram, and sure enough, they said we're going to Watermark Place. Um, and I called Dave and I said, "Hey man," and he goes, "I know it's all locked up." And he says, "I found out a little while ago that somebody else owns the place now, and they're going to make townhomes out of it."
Oh,
So
really?
yeah.
Hmm.
But speaking of Ken,
Was he with you guys?
no, this was several years ago when we went to oh we were down in Mobile, and
Uh,
luckily enough, I
with the tank?
huh?
With the tank? You and Dave and
No,
them?
the tank place is up here in near Talladega.
Oh, okay.
This was when we went to the crazy hospital. I can't even think of the name of it right now. Um,
Hey, Barkley says he is going to Minefield. Dang,
Good.
man. I'm pretty sure he's going this weekend too to at Mike's event. Isn't that
I wish
right,
I could.
Barkley?
I wish I could go. I wish I could go up to the one in up in Rhode Island.
I tell you, if I show up, I may show up with no place to stay or anything. I may sleep in my truck out there in the grass field. My only question is, so if you're in that grass field, where are the facilities? What facilities do you use? You don't go over and use the grocery store facilities, do you?
You can't.
That's my biggest
I
problem.
mean, once if they shut down, they shut down at 10 or something like
Right.
that.
So there's no facilities, is there?
No, not that I know of.
Yeah.
Unless no. I'll tell you what. Well, no. I was about to say maybe the restaurant is left open.
Well,
no,
if I come, I might smell a little bit.
Well, I've got a double. If you want to tag along.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. After she told me that, I was like, even if I want to go, I'm not sure I can go now. You know, so I may not even have a choice this time. And look, I've gone to every one of those shows, and it's never really been a problem for us. She's always, you know, yeah, it's not a bad time to go, you know, as far as what we got going around. But you know, we didn't plan on, you know, we're taking care of the grandbabies, so that's pretty important. That's the one I'm talking about, right? That's pretty cool. I guess it's still up there. It's still going, right?
Yeah. I asked Dave yesterday when we were going back to Combat Park, and he said he didn't know yet. We did a lot of kaboom in there, so 5 people at the same time called the law on us.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, we were doing tannerite and other deals. We had a great time there.
Thanks, Barkley. Barkley says I smell it all the time.
Yeah. Doesn't a rabbit poop in the woods?
Yeah, I mean, that's my only disappointment not going. I mean, I really do. I mean, Bob Casey, Chris Hope will be there. Dennis Lovelady, I'm pretty sure, is going. Rodney Bell is going. All the usual suspects. So, I mean, the gang, I said Rick. I'm sure Rick's going. You'll be there, I'm sure.
Did you see what they were doing?
Yeah, Warren says don't rabbits poop in the woods.
You see what they're doing?
Yeah,
they're
him
flying.
driving.
They're flying while they're riding.
No, I watched the original video. Back when.
Yeah, that's.
And Dave got to drive over a car. Here it is, as a matter of fact. Dave's not shy, is he?
No, he's
Yeah,
not.
I'll take the controls. Let's go.
Yeah. I am so happy. I was so happy to see my GoPro was there.
So, was Barkley at 10? Oh, was he at Combat Park? He implies he was.
When a 911 call alerts
he was there one time. I'm not sure if
He says it was a fun time. Johnny Drumflyer. Johnny Drumflyer's here. Hey, Mark R. White. Mark drives trains.
All right. How does this thing keep on playing? But no, we had a great time. And when that tank went over, I went out there and I kind of lined everything up. There was no tracks to begin with to line up. So I asked the owner, I said, is he going to one side of the truck or right down the middle? And he goes, right down the middle. And I said, okay. So
he went on one side, didn't he?
He kind of moved over this way a little bit. If you notice the video, those tracks are pretty close.
Yeah.
So right when he went over, I was sitting there like this.
You'll get pushed by a tank.
Oh God!
And Dave's gonna be the one running you over.
I said, I just lost a GoPro. I said, oh well. At
Oh,
least
so
it
you
was
had it
like
on the stand sitting there? Is that what you did?
I had it embedded in the mud.
Oh, okay.
I just instead of putting it on a stand because I didn't
At
know.
least you weren't sitting there holding it.
Huh?
At
Oh
least you
yeah.
weren't sitting there holding it.
So I had it. I sat there and I put it in the mud, and the next thing you know, I walked over there and I went, yes, and I couldn't wait to watch that video to
Yeah,
see
this is
what had
pretty
happened.
cool how you put the chat over here. Yeah, you put the window over the thing, so I can see the chat and where you have it.
What?
That's where Restream's chats usually are, and you put YouTube's chats over it. So they're
Yeah,
working right.
they
Pretty
are
sure.
working right. See,
Yeah.
I could do this. Yeah, that worked out good.
Yeah,
Johnny, what's up, sir? Hope
because I can
everything's
actually
going
look
your
at your
way.
stream and then see the chats, even though I got pop-out chats over here on the other side.
Yeah. Hey, is Lloyd on tonight?
I didn't check, but I probably.
Let me check. Yeah, because I don't want to walk on. I've stepped on his toes too many times already.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, usually I see when he says he's not going to be on. Yeah, he's going to be on. 4 people are waiting.
Okay. Well, I really do appreciate everybody. This time just flew away real quick. I mean, it's 6:51 right now. We got about 9 more minutes.
And so you're going traveling. When are you going traveling this weekend?
We are leaving out Thursday morning for Bowling Green, Kentucky, and we're going to Mammoth Cave, and we're doing a couple of other things, and then Friday's kind of like a semi let's look some stuff up free day, and then Saturday morning we're waking up early and heading to Gatlinburg, and we're going. He's got something planned. My stepson's got something planned for
Bowling
us.
Green, Kentucky, and Gatlinburg. Isn't that
Yeah, I
pretty good?
know. Hey, all I'm doing is driving. Okay.
Gee whiz.
I'm just going with the flow. I don't know. I'm going with the flow. You know, here's the way I look at it. And let's see, make sure. Okay, good. Women are like bacon. They smell nice, they taste nice, but in the long run, they're going to kill you. Okay. So, you know, hey, and I'm thinking my wife she'll plan 200 things to do, not knowing that we're not going to be able to do all 200 things in one day.
Yeah.
Well, her son's just like that, because he was
He likes
talking
to cram
about
as much in as he can.
that's it. We're going hiking. We're going to go whitewater rafting. We're going to go to Dollywood. We're going to go, and I'm like,
well, then you got the order wrong. You should have went to Dollywood, and then maybe hiking, and then maybe the whitewaters. That way you get to go have fun. You wore slap out, so you can't even. You're too tired to go hiking, so you don't go hiking now.
I'm ready for the hot tub.
You're in mixed company right now, I guess.
I want the hot tub. Let me have the hot tub and just sit back and relax, and that's my vacation.
That's funny.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, you know what? Unfortunately, I'm similar in a way. I'm like, man, if I'm going here, I want to go see this and go see that. And my wife's like, look, I only want to go somewhere and sit there. And I'm like, well, then why would we? You can sit at a house, you know? I mean, that's my attitude. It's like, crap, I'm going to Disney World. I'm going to go ride this and ride that. I want to ride it all. I want to do all 4 parks, you know. And she told me, as a matter of fact, there's one reason why I probably didn't get to go to England. But my daughter did say, she's like, I don't remember what my daughter said. Maybe I'll keep my mouth shut. I better shut up. But they had a real good time. I mean, that was the biggest thing. And they didn't do near as much, which probably was good, because that is the problem. We did Paris in one day. Now, that wasn't me, and I was a kid. But the thing was, we had 2 French guys. They were twins, and they had stayed with us. They were exchange students, and they'd stayed at our house and lived at our house for a while. So when we went to France, we looked them up, and those suckers knew exactly what train to get on. They knew how to get us from A to B. And literally, we did everything, and we got to see everything we wanted to see. So much so that we still had time left at the end of the day. And they said, well, where should we go now? And they looked at each other and said, let's take them to Pigalle Street. Well, Pigalle Street is the Red District area. So I always joke around. So I got to see my first whore in Paris. At least the first whore that I knew anyway. I may have seen some in Mayo, just didn't know it.
Oh, man.
But literally, she was at the end of an alley sitting there doing this, and here I am, a teenage boy, walking down the street with my sister. So, I don't know. That was one of the highlights of the trip.
We had 4 days in Paris.
4 days.
Yeah. We had 4 days in England and then 4 days in Paris.
Well, that's really the better way to do it. I mean, that is the right way to do it. We went to Luxembourg. In Luxembourg, we spent a whole week, and we basically became part of Luxembourg. You know, even Luxembourg, that is, it's like the smallest country in Europe. It's right there in the middle of all those countries.
Yeah.
But that was great, because you get up, hey, I'm going to the park today. You know, you're part of that that little town we stayed in. We had a bread and breakfast, and we had no plans of anything to do. So we basically lived like they lived for a week. That was pretty cool.
And I planned the Eiffel Tower. We went ahead and got our tickets for the Eiffel Tower online before we went. But what I did is I planned it to the evening time where it was still daylight.
Dusk.
And when we got up to the top, it was still daylight, but the sun was going down. And I went,
oh, that's cool.
Perfect timing. So that way we had.
Probably wasn't as crowded either.
No. Well, we went in 2019, right before COVID.
Okay.
And my boss at the time, when I was in the IT department, my boss at the time got jealous as hell at me. No, it wasn't really him. It was his wife. His wife wanted to go do the same things that we did. His wife turned around and said,
and they didn't.
Oh, she was like, we're going to Paris. So
did you go to the Louvre?
They went to Paris for 3 days. And he called me. This was like March when they went. He called me. It was like 5:30 in the morning. My phone rang and it was him. And I was like, hey, what's up? How's everything in Paris? And he goes, terrible. He says, we're coming home a day early.
Whoa.
And I said, what? And he said, yeah, I don't know if you've heard or not about this.
They shutting down everything?
This virus going on and everything, but it's horrible over here.
Oh, man.
He says, here's the reason why I'm calling you. He says, we've got to get our department together, and I need you while I'm on the plane to get it all together. He says, we're probably going to end up shutting down. And I said, do what? He says, yeah, that's how bad it is.
So that's how you found out about COVID.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Well, I've heard on the news a few things, but I didn't really.
Yeah, but it hadn't got to that level yet.
Yeah,
look,
right.
I was hearing about COVID in September of 2019. Of course, nobody knew what was going on then. And what it was, I was watching a YouTuber that was from Tampa, Florida, that was living in China. And he says, look, he says, I'm going to start talking in code. He said, when I talk about the world, I'm talking about China. And when I talk about this, I'm talking about, and so he says, my neighbors, they just shut their door and locked the door and put a big red X on it.
Man.
But nobody knew what was going on then. And I listened to this guy for 3 months. But he says something's not right at all. And then I want to say it was January when that first one hit in Oregon or Washington. Somebody was coming over on a plane. So even then, but I was like, oh crap, now it's gotten over to the States. And what was it, March before we finally did anything about it?
It was March.
Yeah.
Yeah, because as soon as he landed, he went and dropped his wife off and the bags and stuff and came to the office. And when he got to the office, we didn't leave. We didn't leave for, it was.
Yeah, Johnny says you're going to get in a Corvette to drive across over to. You get one. That's a good plan there.
Yeah, that's it. That's what. As long as it's a convertible Corvette, I'm fine. Because when we went to California and was doing Highway 1, I got I can't remember what kind of. I just got a regular car. To rent a regular car, and then my wife came in one night and opened up the door to the office, and she goes, I want a convertible, make it happen. And I was like, okay. So I started looking up and I found a convertible Mustang for it was $400 more. And she goes, I don't care, I want a convertible. And I went, okay. So we drove a convertible Mustang throughout California. Hey, where they did that bust at, that raid.
Oh yeah,
at
the auto car thing
at the marijuana farm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We passed that marijuana farm, that same marijuana farm, on the way up Highway 1.
Huh.
And I know which one they're talking about. It's huge. This place, I mean, I was like, man, it just goes on for miles. And it's a huge place. I mean, you got to think about it, Scott. This is 700.
Greg Kelly lost water. He doesn't have water in his house.
Who does?
He's got that pond. Tell him to go get that water out of his pond.
Yeah. Tastes like koi.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no, it's okay. But they have over 750 workers at this farm. 750. Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm going to tell you, that's another thing I've gotten to do is work on some of those buildings. And those buildings are huge. I mean, they are huge. I've never worked on a building so big. And it's all indoor. They plant all the marijuana on the inside. And it's all indoor, irrigated, fumigated, whatever they do to it. It's all, and it's a huge science to it as well.
It's a big business, that's for sure.
I want to say these buildings were 500 feet by 500 feet, and I don't remember how many buildings we did that way. But it was a bunch.
John said, swim with the fishes. Swim with the fishes, Ray Kelly.
I can take a joke.
Ray says he can take a joke.
Well, yeah, I'm about to smell one tonight. It's Ray that smells.
Yeah. Did you take a bath? Yeah. Well, you don't smell like it.
You smell fishy.
You smell like that fish that just came out of the oven.
I tell you, down in Florida, we've had another person. This has been a little while now, but another person got caught by a gator, almost the same way. A kayaker and got on top of the gator, and the gator flipped her over. I think one was a canoe and one was a kayaker. And I'm like, man, I have grown up in these waters and swam many, many, many times all through all these waters, and I never remember hearing. And I've seen the gators, I've seen the water moccasins, I've seen them all. And so what are you doing now? You actually highlighting?
Yeah, look at that one.
Yeah, well, there's a guy in Tallahassee that got caught for pay to play type thing. Him and our governor, or not our governor, our mayor had to go to jail because you'd have to go pay them money so you get permits done or something like that and get your project in. And they caught him. FBI came in here and busted him. And he's running his empire from jail. And he owns a bunch of these pot places. And it's probably better for him because he didn't have the interruption. They say he's running his whole business from inside the jail like nothing's happening.
Yeah, it's kind of like you stopping your show.
Whereas I got another friend that's a super good guy, and he was selling those implants and things like that for medical implants and stuff. He was a salesman for selling medical devices. I won't say what it was. Well, the owners were doing Medicare fraud and stuff like that, and they caught them. Well, this guy didn't do anything. He was the low man on the totem pole. And I think they went after him because he wouldn't turn state's evidence on him. He wouldn't. He said, "Look, he said, I've already been here. I don't know anything. I'm not saying anything." And so if you ain't gonna say anything, guess what? We're putting you in jail. And they put him in jail for at least a year. And I'm telling you, that kid was he just as innocent as could be. He just ended up working for the wrong person.
We had a pharmacist that was had his own little drugstore, and it was a small drugstore in a strip mall. And about 4 years later, he builds this big old huge drugstore, 2-story drugstore. And he had his office and everything upstairs and stuff. And about 2 years later, they shut down. And you're like, what just happened? I mean, they were thriving business. And the reason why he was thriving? Because he was selling prescription drugs without prescriptions.
I
don't know how he was doing it, but he was doing it.
Like a black market.
Yeah, he was making hand over fist. He was making money. I mean, just like.
Well, did he get caught or did he shut down? He was smart enough to shut it down before he got in trouble.
He got caught.
Okay.
He got caught.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So
you don't know when to say stop.
Well, now it's a drugstore, but it's owned by somebody else. Is what I say. What are you saying, Ray? Arrest them is what I say, and give them long jail time.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I know this guy really, really well, and I'm sorry, there was no way he should have went to jail at all. Period. And he was actually supposed to do a 2-year sentence, and they ended up getting him out after 1 year. But because it just technically, what did you put him in jail for? I mean, tell me what he did wrong. He didn't do anything wrong, but whatever. We were involved with that all the way from day one to even when he came out. He's out now. I mean, but the poor guy. I tell you who. Okay, Ray Kelly. You know what he was? He was actually a deputy. He was a cotton picking deputy before that, and he ended up. I don't know. He was a deputy before that, and then he went to jail because I don't know, because they basically said, "You got one of those too, huh?" Yeah, that's a cool thing, isn't it?
Yeah, he gave me one at the South Florida drum meet.
Yeah,
he said, "Philip, if anybody deserves one, you deserve one." I told him I want mine to say Shatt though, not shit.
Yeah, I wish I had some color in it. I'm trying to figure out put some color in it. He brought this the last time he came through. He brought me this.
Yeah, he had the bigger ones too.
Oh yeah, I got the big one right here. Big one's back here. There's the big one. So he gave me these two at the same time. I got the little one and the big one. So.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, why don't we go over to Grumpy Vlogger and watch him? I've got to meet up with my wife because we gotta call stepson tonight and plan out this trip.
Who
So
was it?
I may
Who
not
was
be
it?
able to-
Heather, it wasn't Heather Locklear. Which one was he? Christy Brinkley? Is Christy Brinkley going to be on this trip?
Yeah.
Might not be a bad trip after all.
You know, I watched a video one day about the behind the scenes of that, and they said that she first off said she didn't want to do it because she was shy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she didn't want to do any of it. Or you just gonna hold out your shit all day?
Well, he's telling me I'm supposed to put it on my key ring. So,
hey, that's I would do that same thing, but I don't think I can bring that one out at work.
Yeah.
Although
you notice I keep them here. I don't necessarily. I might show them on air, but
now when you have the girls at our HR department come up to you and tell you a dirty joke, that's when you go, okay, I'm good. Because I told them I failed. You know, we have to take tests every year. We have to take at least 6 sets of tests. Anywhere from check holds to OFAC list, all that stuff. Although I don't need to know any of this, but I still have to take them. And one of them is the sexual harassment, and I fail that test 5 times every year. I said, "What do you mean Bob can't rub? What do you mean Bob can't rub Jamie's shoulders?"
Oh, man.
I thought that was natural.
That was a greeting.
Man.
That's the way you greet people.
Yeah.
Give them a back rub.
Joe, you're right. Christy Brinkley is still hot for 70. And
yeah, I don't know, Ray. Maybe so. I look. I don't have one. I got 3. You know, I got 3 of them. So the other one's up there. Oh, it's not on screen right now.
All right, everybody. Well,
yeah, I got to go to bed. I'll probably go say hi to Lloyd, and then I'm gonna head that way.
Well, tell Lloyd I said hi too, because I may not make it to the show tonight.
Yeah, I might already have it up. I don't remember. I'm sure he's already on, right?
Yeah, he's on. He's got 18 watching. A while ago, he only had like 8, and so I'm like, okay. But now I've dropped, so everybody's dropping off of my show.
That's my president. Lloyd's my president.
Lloyd's he is the one and only.
Yeah. All right, Philip. Well, I hope y'all have a good time. And tell Christy I said hi.
I will. I plan on doing some, especially Mammoth Cave. I'm gonna walk around and take some video.
Is Dolly gonna be there?
We're going to Dollywood on Sunday.
You know, now Dollywood literally was the train thing. What was it? You know what I'm talking about? If you go back in the 70s, she bought that park, did she not?
Yeah, because
we used to go to that place all the time before she bought it.
Didn't they have the shootout there?
I think so, yes.
But and then they had all the women wearing the, what do you call them, bustiers?
Yeah, the can girls or whatever, something like that. Yeah. It was. As a kid, I loved it. And we used to go at least. We used to always go to Dahlonega and eat pancakes there in Georgia. That's where you go, in Helen, Georgia.
Yeah.
And we used to go gold mining in Helen. I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah, they still do.
Was it Helen? Helen and Dahlonega are side by side, if I remember right. Maybe that's it. And maybe I'm confusing which is what.
No, I think
Dahlonega, Georgia, right. And Helen, Georgia, isn't it the two?
Helen, Georgia, and then what are you saying? Gatlinburg's close by to Helen?
No, that was then you go into the Smoky Mountains and then go up to Gatlinburg.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
that's the way we always did it.
Yeah,
and I almost think we did this every year for like 2 or 3 to 5 years or something. And again, when we went, it was the Silver Bullet. I forgot what they called that thing. The train when it was just the park was based on the train. And I remember when she bought it, but by that time we did eventually go to Dollywood. I've only been to Dollywood, I think once, maybe twice. So I think we took her kids up there one time.
I was the same way. I remember seeing like they had a shootout and.
Well, you could ride that train through the mountains too, if I remember right.
Yeah.
So look, I wasn't 9, 10, 11 years old probably when we were doing that.
Were you back in the were you laying back in the very back? In the old cars they had the back dash. Were you laying back there?
I don't know. Yeah. With the windows rolled down and that little vent so it'd blow in on you and
Mom
you didn't have one, the driver had it. Yeah. And you sit in the back. Yeah. No, I'll tell you more like the way we were. It was probably a pickup truck, and they were sitting in the front cab, and we were in the back with a camper top over the top of a shell, and they put us back there so they couldn't hear us. That's probably what it was.
The things our parents got away with.
Yeah, how do we survive?
And how we survive.
Man, we used to ride in the back of the truck all the time. My brother, we would sit in the back of the truck and he would gun it. And of course, the tailgate would be down and you're doing everything you can to try to stay in the truck. And then he'd slam on brakes and you go slide up and bam, hit the wall of the cab. And I'm telling you, that's some wild rides there. And
I was working at my Uncle Sod farm. And we were carrying a load of 2 pallets of sod out to the, and we had to hand unload it. So we went ahead and my cousin and 2 other guys plus me. So there's 4 guys. All 4 of us couldn't fit in the front of the truck. So I laid on the pallets of sod.
Up top, way up high,
right? Top, while he was driving down the road. Well, he slammed on his brakes. When we got over near Center Point, he slammed on his brakes to avoid a car coming in front of him. And as soon as he slammed on the brakes, I went off to the side and I was holding on to the side of the truck like this with my feet just dangling. And I'm screaming, "Bow! Bow!" I looked at the mirror and I could see his face and he goes, and he slams on the brakes again. and I just this time I let go and I just rolled right there on the pavement.
Yeah, you got a road
and he
rat.
Says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "What am I doing? What are you doing?"
Oh man!
But it's okay. One day my cousin turned around and he was going down the road and the PTO. He forgot and left the PTO out.
Yeah.
And the dump handle went like this while he was driving down the road. And it finally just went, and that whole back of that bed of the truck while he was going down the road with topsoil lifted up and dumped all over the road.
Oh, man. Wow.
I was like, oh, man. All right. Well.
All right, I know where the leave button's at, so I'm gonna hit it.
Me too, man. Mr. Kelly, appreciate it. Barkley, appreciate it, sir. Joe Folio, thank you, sir. And I'm happy everything is going good for the trip to Tennessee to live. It's gonna be great. Hoping to see you at Minefield. Ray, you need to come on down to Minefield one time there, buddy.
Yeah, I agree.
It's good time. Let's see who else was in here. Johnny, appreciate it, sir. I really do. And Scott, I really appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, no problem. I was hoping somebody. You saw I didn't come right in. I waited for a while.
Yeah, and that's cool. I mean, hell, I could sit here all night. But man, I enjoyed the conversation. Joe said he'll be there. That's for sure.
Good.
So that's gonna be great.
I just now, I think based on what she just told me this weekend, now I don't have a choice. And I'm like, well, dang, man, because more than likely I did this one other time. I was like, oh, I'm not going. And then Chris Hope says, hey, you going? I need somebody to stay. All right, I'll be there. You know, and I think that was number 3. I think I went, or number 2 or number 3. And
well, I'm pretty sure I got a double room. So if you need
if I did come, there's somewhere to stay. And where are you staying? Out there, out at the interstate?
Yeah, the
you ain't got to tell me exactly. That's fine. What is the Hampton Inn or something like that out there?
Comfort Inn.
I think that's where I stayed last time. That's a pretty good place to stay because it's close enough, easy to get in and get out, you know.
Yeah, Ken got a special rate.
Well, the one time I tried to get there, I couldn't get a room. There wasn't any rooms available. And that might have been the year with Chris Hope, and we ended up going to the town next door, and that's like a 30-minute drive. I didn't like that.
I know. So, you know that hotel that's right there at Minefield?
Yes.
For 2 years I called. And every time I would call, I called about 8 months before the Minefield. And she go, hello. No, she goes, Sunshine in. I turned around and I said, hey, I'm looking for a room in August. It's going to be, August? No. That's no. Too soon for you to call. Call back later. So I call about 6 weeks before, and I say, you got any rooms available for this date? Like, no.
Too late for you.
Filled up. And I said, well, how did you fill up? I said, I've been calling you every month. Oh, no, we full. Can you put my name down? Yeah, put your name down. I'll put your name down. You hadn't even asked me my name yet. And you were ready to hang up the phone.
I think I called that place one time and it was full. And I was like, yeah, well, I waited too long anyway.
Yeah. And
so
Mr. Kelly,
even when we're walking that parking lot, I don't ever see anybody there. Is that a Chinese accent, Philip? She's
yes, that's my Chinese accent.
You're probably Indian, don't you think?
No, she sounded Chinese. Tell you the truth.
Oh, really?
She
okay.
really did.
I mean, I think I met him or saw him one of the times when I was walking through the parking lots looking for probably Chris Hope's drone. You know. So.
Yeah, that was bad. Couldn't find it. They Mr. Kelly, I do have the room booked for South Florida. So, and I've got to call them back because they only booked me from Thursday to Monday. And I think Thursday, checking out Monday. And I think I'm going to have to call them back again to see either that or when I'm down there, just say, add me one more night. And so, because I'm probably going to stay till Tuesday again and leave out. Fly in on Thursday and leave out on Tuesday.
That's part of the problem, too. I can't remember. I think I came up on Friday. And see, I don't know. So it's an 8-hour drive for me. So technically, I get there a day early and spend the night and then drive in the next day. And actually, we went to Johnny's house last time. Me and Ken place it here. Stayed there and then came in. And then the problem is coming back. It's like, oh man, it's a long drive. I had Ken with me then too. That's when he's like, God, no, you drive fast. Because he's telling me how long it's going to take. He says, and he had like an hour to the trip or 30 minutes. I said, we don't need that much time. He said, you can't make it that fast. I said, you watch and see.
Well,
and darn it, I was dead on. I wasn't off at 1 minute.
Well, tell you the truth, I'm thinking instead of flying in this time, I might just go ahead and drive
Memphis
in.
and then go over, or Jackson, or how you gonna do that?
I don't know yet.
You go to Memphis.
Huh?
You can fly into Memphis.
No. I'm not talking about for Minefield. I'm talking about for South Florida.
Oh, I was fixing that. Doesn't make sense to me.
No, I'm not gonna. No,
fly in.
No, I'm gonna drive.
Maybe you get that CPA guy to come pick you up.
No room.
You ride on the back. He'll be slamming on brakes and you'll be falling off again.
No room. Hopping back. No room.
Oh man.
All right. Well,
VTOL. That's the VTOL. The VTOL is going to be there again, right?
Who?
The VTOL.
Yeah, there may be 2 of them this year.
Yeah.
And we got hot air.
Black Hawk or Black Fly, isn't it? That's what it's called.
Yeah. We got a hot air balloon. We got a band.
VTOL was cool to see. That was, for me, I was super glad to be there to see that.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to get I'm hoping I'll be able to get my bird up in the air to record it again this year.
Yeah, did we listen to Ray this time, or did we just fly it? What was it? It was him that stayed up in the air the whole time, and the Juice didn't even get to fly it until he was landing. So
I know. I mean, well, you know why?
Yeah, I do.
So, but I ain't saying.
Yeah, that's fine. No, I know.
All right. Well, I'm fixing to go and check out and see what's my wife. I just heard her come in the door. She's went by and see her dad. And that's for another day. We'll talk about that another day.
Just real quick though, you guys did sell the house, so that's a good deal.
We sold the house.
That's all right.
Just got it day by day. I mean, now we got father-in-law too. That's he's got lung cancer. So we may have both of them living here pretty soon. Because I don't know. This house is not big enough. It's not big enough. I may have to take all this away and put a bedroom in here. Yeah. So I may be doing the show from the garage pretty soon.
You'd be like Rodney Bell. You'd be out there in your truck.
Yeah. I'll have me a little studio out there.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right. Well, y'all have a great evening, and I appreciate everybody chiming in today. I know we're down a little bit. We're down to 4 people, and it's probably just me, you, and Ray Kelly.
Yeah.
and Joe Folio. Not that there's nothing wrong with that. I love those guys. Anyway, have a good evening, Scott. Everybody else have a great evening too. And we'll catch y'all Monday after next Monday when I will have a special guest on, Scott. All right. Y'all have a great